Hello everybody, this is ElOhTeeBee.
And this is the ever-resilient ShadeShine.
And I am hoping to high heaven that the game doesn't crash this time. We are bringing you a Dota 2 Captain's Mode cast.
And oddly enough, we have an Elder Titan first ban. Or second ban. Well, first ban for Dire anyway.
Nothing at all odd about that. Elder Titan is a very strong hero in general. He adds a lot of different things to a lot of different teams, and it's good to just get him away now.
Well, we've seen him banned about 0 times, so that's why he's an odd ban rather than odd for the actual nature of things, you know?
Yep. Anyway, this game will be between BreakBad and gosu74.
So we're never going to see Outworld Devourer, IO, or Batrider again. We can just accept that right now until the next patch.
Yep. Which is unfortunate, as OD is honestly one of my favorite heroes to play.
And Batrider brings a lot of gank. It makes you wonder why pros don't ban him first, too.
Darkseer, first pickup from BreakBad.
Very strong first pickup. You want to secure your offlane as early as possible.
Yep.
Because you can't really counter... Well, you can, obviously. But it's hard to
counter him, but he can just go into the jungle. Not the best jungler, but not the worst either.
It's like trying to counter Timbersaw. It can be done, but Timbersaw can just do other things.
I think we'll see the Nature's Prophet out of gosu74. Speaking of offlanes that can just go do other things.
5 seconds.
Because he's definitely a better jungler than the Darkseer.
It'd be nice, but we haven't seen him picked as often as you would think we would, you know? Or banned, for that matter. He's not really a strong hero to ban, but, you know. Lifestealer pickup and Weaver. Very nice.
Lifestealer and Weaver. 2 very potent heroes alone, both even more potent in combination with one another. Best bombs into Weaver, one hell of a trick.
And an August Siren pickup on BreakBad. I guess they expect this Lifestealer and Weaver combination to go all the way bad for them.
Dire's ban.
Yep. Naga Siren, of course, good against Lifestealer, and Snare doesn't care if you're raged up or not.
And Rubik getting banned out by the BreakBad, just as Visage does for Gosu.
Yeah, they definitely want to shut down the stronger supports right now. Because a team that picks up Lifestealer is oftentimes a team that wants to go aggressive. And part of that is making sure that the opponent's lane is weak.
10 seconds to go.
Of course, Lifestealer isn't always an aggressive laner. We'll have to see what supports gosu74 picks up. A Visage that they ban out is, of course, a Visage that they can't pick themselves. So maybe they aren't playing on the aggressive lane after all. They could have just kept them.
Maybe BreakBad is going to go for a Bane ban?
Bane banned against a team that's already picked up Lifestealer? What?
Okay. I'm gonna accept that as part of strategy.
Who are BreakBad planning on picking?
Tidehunter?
5 seconds.
I don't know why you'd ban Bane in order to pick a Tidehunter.
Reserve time.
I don't know why you would ban Bane at all. You'd think he'd be a very strong pickup against this. Doesn't Fiend's Grip go through a Mage community?
Yeah, so does the Enfeeble. Bane
very good.
Yeah, Bane is very strong against Lifestealer. You'd expect that they'd want to leave that open. I'm not sure what they're thinking with the ban.
And if you can catch him out, Weaver, because if Lincolns can't stop it, well, he's dead for those 3 seconds he's exposed.
Dire's pick.
Keeper of the Light banned out by gosu74, very strong pusher and counter pusher, and then they pick up the Nyx.
I'm guessing they want to go for a defensive build if they're banning a pusher. They'd rather just wait the game out and win it.
Nyx Assassin, also good in combination with the Lifestealer.
And if Jakiro pick up on BreakBad, I guess they're ready to counter push now.
Yeah, Jakiro, one of the best defensive supports in the game, along with Naga Siren. I'd say that Gosu definitely wasn't planning on going with an aggressive tri-lane. Abaddon is very good defensively, not so hot offensively due to his lack of lockdown. Does have a good nuke though. Shield can be useful for diving.
He's very good for pushing lanes though, which is always nice. Which they need a bit against Jakiro, because at a certain level, Jakiro's going to have points in liquid fire no matter what. And that just burns lanes to death.
To go.
Yep.
5 seconds.
And slows tower attacks, too, which is really one thing that he does I think no one else really does.
Yeah. BreakBad, definitely the team with the better push so far, though. Darkseer's a good pusher with the Ion Shell, Naga Siren has a Riptide, Jakiro has most of his
Fire.
skills.
Ice Path isn't really that good for pushing, but Liquid Fire and Dual Breath are both good for it.
Macropire is also really good for it if you feel like being stupid.
Well, yeah, but you know. Part of me hopes to see Jakiro become a bit of a badass in this game and start blinking or force staffing around and killing people with Macropire. I know that isn't going to happen, but my support-loving soul hopes it does. I wonder if they're going to pick up from their mid and their safe lane farmer, though.
Yeah, Breaking Bad honestly hasn't... Oh, well, there's one very important part of their strategy. They have a very strong teamfight lineup now. Ice Path, they've got the Vacuum into Ice Path, they've got the Naga Song, they've got Flat Cannon and Call Down.
To be honest, that's why Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's just not a 5-man that you want to be dealing with. And gosu74's lineup is definitely not as strong in 5-manning. They want to be aggressive and gank, they want to find pickoffs.
That's why I expected a Tide Hunter before we saw the Jakiro pickup, to be honest, because that's a very strong team fighting ability, even though it doesn't penetrate BKB or any other form of magic immunity.
See what gosu74 bans out. It'll almost certainly be a nice strong team fighting mid, maybe a Queen of Pain. Admiral Kunkka, maybe?
Oh, there's too many things to ban. They've only got one ban and a pick.
And it'll be the Troll Warlord.
Radiance ban.
Breaking Bad's lineup also very good at pushing. Banning out the Troll will slow that down a lot. You really don't want to be dealing with Troll ulti.
No, sir. Not with Gyrocopter. Not even with Jakiro. Jakiro being able to spam Liquid Fire is bad enough.
5 seconds.
I don't like ranged heroes being able to attack really fast. It bothers me.
Well, Liquid Fire has a cooldown anyway, so...
Well, yes, but...
Dyer's
Puck ban, very standard.
Yep. Definitely a ban that goes well in countering what Gosu's trying to do, too. Puck would fit perfectly into that lineup. He's an excellent initiator, he's great at finding pickoffs, and of course, Lifestealer can invest on into it for a bad day.
And he's a very, very impressive ganker and counter ganker. Once he gets maxed out of his phase shift, he can pretty much ignore team fights if he's got a blink dagger.
Seconds.
BreakBad is in an excellent position right now.
Radiance pick.
Timbersaw bringing Gosu's lineup together brings a lot of burst damage to it. Definitely a good ganker, even though he doesn't have much in the way of lockdown. And as I was saying, BreakBad is in an excellent position. They get to last pick their mid. They get to just counter whatever Gosu is doing.
One thing I don't really like about Gosu's loadout, they don't have very much ability to pin down opponents. They've got Nyx and they've got Abaddon.
To go.
And open wounds, but not really solid lockdown. That's just, if someone's easy to kill, they're already dead.
Yeah, a team with one stun isn't something that I like to see at any level of play.
And I really don't like to see a team with 4 melees, even though a team with 4 melees like this is very powerful, especially with the Timbersaw. It doesn't smack well with me.
Yeah, this is a team which is very individually potent. All the heroes by themselves are really good, but I'm not sure how well it can all come together in the face of BreakBad's lineup.
Even though their build's much more suited to counter pushing and farming, I think they'll do a lot better if they win the mid game.
Yeah.
And there's the Shadow Feed.
And the Shadow Fiend is the final pickup for BreakBad. Definitely a good choice here. He's reasonable against both the Weaver and the Timbersaw.
That's a very gutsy pick if he ends up mid against the Timbersaw, though.
Yeah, he is a fairly fragile hero. That pure damage can really hurt him.
Never mind that any damage can hurt him early on.
That's the nature of playing Shadow Fiend. You give up the first couple lanes in order to win mid past the 4-minute mark.
True enough.
Or give up the first couple waves, not lanes. Anyway, gonna go ahead and introduce the players for BreakBad. We have Greyface No Space on the Naga Siren. We've got Hannibal running the Gyrocopter. We've got League of Legends on Darkseer. We've got Let's Do This playing the Shadow Fiend. And last but most certainly not least, we have XZ on the Jakiro.
Oh boy, and on gosu74, the Dire, we have, I'm going to assume that's some word I can't understand, so I'm going to call it Bop. Yeah, he's Bop on the Timbersaw.
He's Baby Weck.
Bop. We have FNAA on Nyx Assassin, not even gonna
I think that's supposed to be Fnatic.
I think that's supposed to be, he should have spelled it like Fnatic. One on the Abaddon, Citizen, Sad Face, on Lifestealer, and Weris on the Weaver.
Yeah, the
game is on.
Dire team names are just a bunch of nonsense. They are clearly not an English-speaking team. Darkseer finding an Invis rune early on. It'll be glad to have that.
At least both teams are warding. That's not something we always see, even in these captain's mode games where you think players would have had some more experience than the average pickup game.
Yep, Dire's middle high ground is already warded. Shadow Fiend's really going to appreciate that. Doesn't get the same quality of creep blocking as the Timbersaw does, though. Still, he finds the last hit nonetheless. And then gets pushed back a bit.
I'm kind of surprised Timbersaw picked up Whirling Death first. It gives him damage potential. Oh, he just got reactive armor. Okay.
Well, that's interesting. I just noticed. Dire is running a 2-1-2. No trialing.
Isn't that nice to see, though? It's different from the common, even if it may not be as efficient.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works out. Assassin going for the pull. Yeah, he'll make that. He'll make that easy. No
and
ward on the pull camp.
Look at where Darkseer is. He's doing the enemy jungle.
Yeah, he just doesn't care that he's up against a Lifestealer in lane. He'll just go do his own thing.
And what does he have to care? He wasn't going to win that lane, especially if it was a try.
Yep, he was up against the stun and the open wounds. That is a combination that could definitely have killed him if he overextended too much. So he just won't bother dealing with it.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't ward their jungle in expectation of a gank, though. That Darkseer being able to freely farm is going to come back to bite them eventually.
Well, Shadow Fiend isn't the strongest ganker, and you generally don't expect heroes from the bottom lane to come and gank you.
True. I still ward my own jungle as a matter of course when I'm a support, though.
Abaddon trying to interfere with the Radiant pulling.
Unfortunately, he got counter-warded pretty hard.
And regen or down at the bottom lane. Abaddon will just safeguard that, make sure that the Timbersaw gets it. Nice little bit of teamwork there.
Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend gets to keep farming.
Yep.
Timbersaw's
not even
pretty
going to... We'll get this worked out someday.
Yes, we will. Go ahead.
Shadow Fiend not even going to try for early rune control. Makes sense, he has no real mobility. Doesn't want to tangle with the Timbersaw. He's happy to just sit and farm. 13 souls already. That's some pretty substantial right click.
He's been getting a good few denies while Timbersaw was away.
Yeah, lane's going exactly as he wants it right now, really. He's got more last hits and denies than the Timbersaw that he's up against.
Even with the experience advantage for a melee hero being denied against, he's still keeping pretty even with him, which is pretty impressive given how Timbersaw can ruin lanes for him.
Darkseer has returned to lane, no doubt feeling a lot safer about doing so now that he has both Ion Shell and Surge. Speaking of, Surge doing some nice damage to the Lifestealer. Oh, Nexusson coming in from behind, but he won't catch the Darkseer out in time. And of course, it's hard to care about the mana burn when you can just pop your Soul Ring.
And then your salve to ignore the Soul Ring damage.
Yep.
Who's gonna die first? These are some very precarious lanes for everyone, I think.
Oh yes, we'll definitely have to be at our most alert in order to make sure that we don't miss first blood.
Good thing I'm not the one recording, and I can jump from screen to screen as I will.
Yep, whereas I have to at least try to make things look kind of nice. Lifestealer's starting to get dangerously low at top. Another ion shell coming in.
He's got a lot of... Oh, he's standing way too close to that.
Yeah, he's down to about 200 HP.
If Darkseer had any sort of potential, he'd be able to run right over him.
Yeah, so far this duo offlane being run by the Dire has not really done all that much. Weaver isn't farming too well, he's in the bottom half.
Oh, I'd like to note that Lifestealer is in the top half.
Oh, looks like we might have our first blood. Darkseer's starting to get low. He surges out. Open Wounds goes off, but far too late.
The top tower.
Still max speeded for the first half of that, to be honest.
Yep. Surge, good counter to Open Wounds. Darkseer pretty hard to lock down. They should really just send that... Oh!
Looks like we're going to see some action bottom of Abaddon.
Oh, yes,
he's going to get caught out.
Gyrocopter goes down in a hurry.
Oh! Gyrocopter dies first.
Yep. He does take the Abaddon with him, though.
Dyer's
Meanwhile, the Shadow Fiend
help.
got to kill him. The Timber Saw at mid.
I gotta remember if you're offline.
Lane control is now securely in Shadow Fiend's favor, even if Timbersaw still has superior ring control. 28 souls, he's dealing over 100 damage per right click. No doubt very happy about that.
Oh, that first blood was so good, though.
Yep.
I thought it was going to be bottom, and bottom gets another kill on Abaddon.
Oh. So they do. They might get this Weaver, too. He's awfully low, and he doesn't have enough mana for a Shikuchi. He's coming out.
Just look at him.
Oh, come on, Gyro. That would have been the easiest kill ever.
You just had to stand there and auto attack him. You didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, one rocket barrage would have secured that. That was definitely a mistake on the Gyro's part. Anyway, as I was saying, the Lifestealer got a minus at 540.
I guess he's going for the very long game.
Well, he's not really getting contested that hard. All he has to deal with is iron shell damage, and Peace does really help deal with that.
He does have to be careful about that. If they decide to gank him, which admittedly given the lineup is a little unlikely early on, he would have been very vulnerable, 200 HP. Crystal Maiden might have been able to focus him down on her own.
Shadow Fiend making the walk of shame. Not sure why he's bothering when he's not particularly low. Does his team not have a career? Oh,
Radiant's mid
they've got a career, which makes his walking back even more unclear. And then he'll teleport to bottom. Looks like there's going to be some more fighting there.
Could be some more killing while we're here.
Yep.
Beaver goes down when he has enough mana for Sakuchi. Why?
This'll gets the kill, and Abaddon runs for his life, but doesn't manage to save it.
Why?
Gyro finding one kill, Shadow Fiend finding another. Things are not looking good for gosu74.
Why?
They definitely don't have anything that can match up to the Gyro and Shadow Fiend late game. And they are definitely not winning this early game.
And their Timber Saw, despite having free farm, is 2 levels underneath the Shadow Fiend.
Well, he hasn't had free farm for that long, and he doesn't have free farm anymore. Chakram doing some nice damage, of course. But I don't think it's going to help that much. Shadow Fiend's just too far ahead.
Fortunately, Shadow Fiend can wax on, wax off to an extent with his bottle.
And soon we are going to start seeing the death push coming out of BB. And I don't think gosu74 can really stop it. Timbersaw is their strongest counter pusher, and he is not the world's strongest counter pusher.
And I think with how much damage Shadow Fiend's doing, he's going to be throwing out some huge damage once he starts landing Shadow Raises. Already maxed out. Damage is nearly, I think, 141.
No, Timbersaw just found a haste rune.
Timbersaw is going to find an easy kill on Gyro if he doesn't get spotted out first, but I don't know how he's going to do that.
Yeah,
he's going to get seen.
There was definitely ward vision at the time, and Gyro is appropriately enough just hanging back. Not going too far forward. He knows the Timbersaw is there, and he isn't willing to risk his life.
Fortunately, if Timbersaw wraps around, I don't think hanging back's going to matter.
Dyer's mid tower.
Here he
won't
comes.
last
He's going
much
for the
longer.
dive, but nope. The Naga and Gyro both just hiding in the trees. Gyro does throw a ward out, though. Or maybe that's Abaddon's
Dyer's
ward.
top
I think
tower's
it's
getting
Abaddon's
beat
probably.
down.
That's a dire ward. Yeah, it's Abaddon, I think.
And Gyro teleports back to mid, having accomplished absolutely nothing with like a minute out of lane.
Timbersaw.
Yeah, Timbersaw. Words. I can English.
Are you sure you don't have dyslexia?
Tower could use a
Yes,
hand.
I'm sure. Meanwhile, the Radiant are gathering up for
Dyer's
a
top
push at bottom.
tower, you know the drill.
Looks like Shadow Fiend's returning to his line, though. Never mind.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged.
Gyro's
Well, they've got
gonna
Tim-
happily keep on farming.
He's got Timbersaw cutting creeps mid, so he can't ignore this forever.
Radiant's mid tower.
Yeah, and he can definitely push the Timbersaw out pretty easily.
Especially if he lands a Shadow Razor 3. Youch!
2 Shadow Races enough to quickly take out the creep wave. And he's got the full 36 souls. He's dealing close to 150 damage per right click. It is just an enormous amount of damage so early on. Shadow Fiend is in his element now. Looks like he might not be in it for much longer though. Nyx is smoked up. Just looking for the chance to go in.
And they've got 2 heroes on the right side, but they probably got spotted out at one point or another.
Yeah, they had to have walked right by the rune ward. Timbersaw coming to pick up the double damage rune. Not sure why Weaver didn't grab it. He definitely needs it more at the moment.
Nyx's smoke falls off within sight range of the Shadow Fiend. He's got to know not to go beyond his range.
Yeah, why bother? Just last hit some. Maybe kill the Nyx assassin if you're feeling frisky. Doesn't
Why
even have his
Timber-
ulti yet.
Why'd Timbersaw leave? Where are you going?
And suddenly Nyx assassin is half health. Looks like Timbersaw found a DD rune and he's going to try for another gank at bottom, or at least doing something to stop the pushing. Not sure just how much he can accomplish though, even with the double damage. Now the Stings, it looks like they want to dive this. There's the call down. Song cancelled. Ice path. Either time lapses, but he time lapses right into the ice path. Abaddon dies in a hurry. He doesn't have his ult up. Gyrocopter goes down too though, and it looks like Naga might be the next to fall. That Timbersaw double damage doing some serious work.
Oh no, Chihiro, no!
He lands the 2-man ice path, but he sticks around way too long. That's 3 kills for the Radiant, or for the Dire.
And only 1 for the Radiant. What a horrid trade to have to suffer through.
Yeah, that just got turned badly on them. It started off so well.
They went too aggressive in my opinion, especially with Timbersaw missing.
Yeah, they definitely should have known that he was there. They weren't paying attention to their rune ward.
Hopefully this bad play isn't the start of a comeback for Gosu, or they're going to be kicking themselves all the way to the bank.
Shadow Fiend initiated on a mid. Ice Path might be enough to save him though. Oh, he
Macro
lands
fire.
some nice big ulti, gets a kill because of it, then gets another. Oh no, it's Jakir that got the Nyx assassin.
Macropyre too strong. So is Liquid Fire.
Shadow Fiend's doing fine. He's hurt, but he's not dead, and he's 3-0-2.
And he's going to find this regen rune and wax on, wax off again.
Oh yes, he is one happy camper. Doesn't even have to go back to Fountain. Just pop regen, return to lane, back to farming.
What's he going to get first? BKB? Looks like that's what he's going to get first.
Yeah, he's definitely going BKB first. Can't really say I blame him either.
Well, the enemy team's got a lot of pain. It looks like Baltimore sees some more action, but Calldown's going to miss.
Mouse was acting up.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
Weaver very low all of a sudden, but Timbersaw's there again. Ice Path more or less misses, does on the Weaver out of fair bit though. Gyro might be in some serious trouble. Timbersaw's doing a good job of chasing.
Timbersaw's in a bit of
Throws the
trouble
chain in the
too.
wrong direction though. Shock him out. Oh, Timbersaw's awfully low, but so's Gyro. Weaver wants that kill. Oh, just barely misses it.
Oh, here's the Shadow
comes on in.
Fiend.
Dyer's mid tower's
Oh, if he could catch up, he'd be a very happy camper.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to catch that Timbersaw though, and it looks like Abaddon will get away clean. So that
Still
Weaver going down was definitely worth the teleport.
Darkseer getting hurt top, and he's going to go down too. He got way too close to the tower for his own good.
Yep, I didn't see it, but I can guess what happens. Stun, open wounds, dead.
Right here under the tower where the blood pool is. Not very good. I don't know why he was up there. He must have misclicked or something. But I only saw it on the mini-map right as it started to go bad for him.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
ShadeShine, meanwhile, getting close to his BKB, only about 400 gold away.
And Nyx Timbersaw has mana boots and a hood. Or a cloak. It's not too good.
I guess he's building pipe. I'm not quite sure why he'd bother, though.
Maybe he needs the poor man's regen because he knows he's getting beat up in fights. I'm not really sure.
Finds a haste rune, he can definitely make something happen with that.
Assuming he doesn't walk right past 2 wards just to make it happen. They know he has haste now, so hopefully they'll back up and play defensive bottom. Hopefully they'll back up and play defensive bottom.
Yeah, they definitely see him.
Hopefully they'll back up and play defensive bottom.
Maybe
they're not.
No, they're falling back a little, or at least they're not pushing hard like
Dyer's mid tower.
Here comes Timbersaw. They definitely know he's there now because he, walked right in front of him. There's the chakra, does a bit of damage. He's playing aggressively, but the haste rune wears off, and he'll just
Radiant's
back
top
off.
tower's in bad shape.
Isildur finishing his omelet at 15 minutes.
That's is that good?
I could go for an omelet right now. It's not the greatest omelet, but he didn't get it first. He started with Midas.
Right, I forgot about the Midas. Lifestealer hasn't been doing much. That Darkseer kill is pretty much it.
Technical difficulties.
Looks like Timbersaw about to eat a missile. Don't hurt him too much, though.
Tower's in bad shape.
Oh, it's still gonna sting a wee bit. That's about it.
Sentry ward up.
Unfortunately, his armor does protect from missile attacks.
Timbersaw coming in again. That ShadeShine's here now. Looks like the Radiant want to fight this. Got on 5.
Fortunately, they're not going to find anyone in good fighting range. They might be able to hurt him, but they're not going to.
Path, but there's not much in the way of follow-up.
I don't think the team really followed Timbersaw. Uh-oh.
Oh, sudden infest bomb. The Siren pops a song, though, in an effort to get the Timbersaw out. Then the song gets cancelled. Excellent ice path into Macro Fire.
Oh, no.
Goes all the way bad for Gosu in a hurry.
1 kill on the gyrocopter.
Looks like Evidence going to go down too, and the only reason the Nyx has left is because he just wasn't there. All they got in return was the gyro. And it looks like they might be about to lose a tower too.
Oh, here comes Nyx though. He might want to make a play. I don't know how. I don't know
what. Maybe get a pickup on the hero or something.
They saw him.
Gets cut by the ice path. Oh, but they just barely missed the kill.
No breaking through the.
At least they stopped him from getting a kill on them.
Fortify use. I don't think it'll be enough to save this tower though, or maybe it will.
No, not with
Shadow. Awfully low. And down it goes.
It might have been enough to get to deny if ShadeShine wasn't there, but you know.
ShadeShine going a bit too far forward. Oh, back off fast enough though. Looks like Weaver doesn't want him to go though. But hey, search from the high ground. They got what they came for. They got that tower. They're content to just split up.
And they only lost to Gyrocopter. Isn't it sad when Gyrocopter's one of the least casualties on their team?
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
This game is completely in the Radiant's control right now. There's no other way to put it. Teamfight going on. Oh no, just a pop BKB and a pop rage. Quick disengage.
Naga eats it.
Force the blow his ulti. Looks like the hero might go down too.
Fall down.
Though. Backing into
Hero
the
does
path.
die.
Oh, Black King doing so much damage. The gyro's low. Softly low. Has to pop his wand to survive. Will he manage to make it away? I don't think he will. Nope. He did some nice damage, but he wasn't able to get any kills.
Here's the hero. Want to make Nyx
try and finish off the assassin, but all that's going to result in is another death for him. He buys back and then immediately dies. That is terrible. It looks like Darkseer might go down too. He surges himself to help offset the open wounds. Okay, he'll just barely make it out.
Poorly played.
Yeah, that fight just went all the way bad for the Radiant.
All they had to do was fall back when they lost when the first man died, and they would have been fine.
Yeah, they definitely shouldn't have tried to fight that. Big mistake from the gyro.
If he hadn't gone in alone, at least he might have gotten something.
We haven't been seeing the best play from Gyrocopter this game so far, to be honest.
Like I said before, it's sad when he's one of the least casualties on their team. He's actually the lowest person in the game because of those 2 plays, I think. Blow Weaver, blow Abaddon, blow Nyx, blow Naga, blow Jakiro, blow Darkseer.
Yeah, it's surprising that he has no levels whatsoever.
Does he at least have a high net worth or something?
He's in the top 3 at least.
Top 4
as far
now.
as last hits and his knives go.
Oh, net worth, he's in top 4. He's not doing that badly with regards to that, but he's just not been getting any luck with dying.
At least didn't buy back and then die again. Could have Defiance finished on the Timbersaw.
That was the most horrible thing I'll see in my life. A support should never buy back for that.
He is badly going to miss that gold. Netting up an illusion, but she quickly realizes it's an illusion.
At least Jakiro already has his mana boots. He has half of the core already. Since Darkseer already has mech, he can go into 4-step and be fine for the rest of the game, to be honest. Of course, he's gonna have to buy smoke and wards, but that's a different issue.
So Gyro might be dying at bottom. Nope, he'll just barely. Oh no, Abaddon's coming in from the side. This could be a kill after all.
Might get him. Oh,
Shields
that
up
exploding shield. Here's Weaver.
Weaver coming in. That'll be a kill for sure.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Teleport in
Here
from
comes
Naga
the
Siren though.
Love the song.
It's the Darkseer.
Wall.
Wall up. There's the vacuum. Looks like Weaver will die. He used his time lapse already.
Oh no, the tower.
Oh, self-denied.
Nice.
Death coil. Excellent skill.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
Top score.
The Radiant got one last top tower.
While that's happening, of course, top gets pushed down.
Radiant's
And maybe it's
right
pushed
tower
down.
is guard.
Getting close to his basher.
Now Darkseer's gonna die to Timbersaw unless he does something slick. Or Timbersaw just walks out. One or the other.
Now he dies to Timbersaw. Not sure why he was so far forward when he was that low against someone who deals out so much pure damage.
Dire's bottom tower's
Dire's turning this around. Gold is now nearly even. Dire's got the experience advantage.
This is kind of embarrassing.
Lifestealer gets the kill on Gyrocopter top. Sheesh.
So why does Gyrocopter hate his team winning so much?
Well, I don't know. Let's check his name, see if that offers a clue. He is Hannibal. Hannibal was not a nice person. I theorize that Gyrocopter wants his team to suffer.
That's possible. That's a very good theory. We'll have to test that. But in the first few experiments we've seen, results are pretty conclusive. 2, 6, and 8 KDA. That's pretty bad. He's got 9.
Finishing his Shadow Blade. Shadow Fiend? Is that Shadow Fiend? Yes, that's Shadow Fiend.
And now he has it. He's going to be a bit more dangerous in fights now.
Shadow Blade up, pop the ulti. One hell of a rude surprise. Not that surprising if you're under a sentry though, and... Oh hey, Abaddon's about to die. There's the ulti, and he'll just teleport out.
Oh, Ice Path. Too late. Missile's gonna ride all the way to base like a pro. Go,
Let's
Missile,
watch
go.
it.
Go, Missile, go. Go, Missile, go. Oh no, tower. No, Missile. Missile. Snake.
Yeah, that poor Missile never stood a chance.
It died valiantly for the cause, friend. Let us never forget that one courageous Missile.
Meanwhile, Naga doing some nice counter pushing top. Very good counter pusher. Better than she is at pushing. Just send the illusions out. Riptide does get open wounds up under tower though. This will be
she does manage to net
probably kill. Oh.
Lifestealer has to go, but Naga doesn't run the
She backs
easy
off
way.
before the Infest Bomb goes off, but she winds up dying anyway.
Unfortunately, she didn't run straight away when
Take
she
him
had
with her though. Yep, Nyx and Lifestealer both go down. That's a trade that you'll take any day.
I have to applaud that. I thought she was just being a horrible person when she died. But, she obviously proved that she's the better person than Gyro.
Did just enough stalling for the teleports to come in.
But here comes Abaddon and Timbersaw. These 3 people top, only one of them is really a valuable and defensive player on this team.
Yeah, and Timbersaw's invisible, and I don't think they saw him get that rune.
They
could suddenly go. Oh, there's the sentry. I'll see him.
Looking fortified.
And now he knows that they seem because the creep's attacking him. Still, he'll be able to burst Shakira down and hurry. Shakira already down to only a handful of hit points, and the Timber Chain gets the finish.
Weaver time
lapses. Gyro just sitting in the middle of the team.
Shadow Fiend nails Timbersaw. Timbersaw buys back. Don't hit him, he's dead.
Gyro goes down, and Abaddon follows. Timbersaw's in though, he might be able to get some cleanup kills. Weaver getting off low. Oh, but Shadow Rage just barely misses. Looks like they won't find the Timbersaw. Oh, Lifestealer coming in, but the sudden Nagasong doesn't do much because he's using Rage. Rage is about to wear off though, and he slept.
Well played, everyone.
Assassin blinks after him, but not far enough for the... Oh! The Darkseer stopped to cast a spell.
They're gonna fight
that got enough time for the Nyx to impale.
Nyx died!
Nyx goes down, probably the creeps.
Darkseer goes
coming up, and Lifestealer gets another Invest Bomb. That's the second one this fight. Isn't that like a 90-second cooldown?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot shorter than that. Oh, it is a 90-second cooldown. It's 100 seconds down, actually.
Abaddon gets another self-deny, and Lifestealer is running for his life. It looks like he'll be able to make it.
Unless he turns around.
Yeah, that was poorly played, but he gets locked down. He almost got the kill on the
gyro.
That was impressive. That open wounds, man, too good.
The only thing more impressive was how they were able to throw down that sentry with such foresight. See Abaddon, or Timbersaw, turn into a fight, not completely lose it despite the fact Gyro was there. And Gyro has proven not that good at this game so far.
I wonder who won that fight, because there were plenty of kills on both sides.
Sure the...
Golden Experience are both evening out again. This is a very exciting game, lots of back and forth action.
Let's see. Lifestealer gets killed by a gyrocopter. Hang on, I should be able to scroll. Oh, combat log. No, let me scroll up. Combat log.
Game is unpausing.
Alright, carry on. Dire's top tower. You know the drill.
Looks like he might be on the hunt for prey. He might just find a tasty low health Shadow Fiend.
One last top
oh no, he'll go the wrong way.
The balance
would have been a pretty easy kill.
The balance of power.
He might find the courier kill though.
Uh-oh.
Oh yes, that courier is so
Someone
dead.
Took out the Radiant's courier.
And that thing was carrying a ton of items too.
That's what you get for not sending it straight back to base.
Had Gyro's Mithril Hammer, had the rest of what I think is a hood for the Darkseer. Had Shadow Fiend's Demon Edge. Had Naga's Arcane Boots. That is an absolutely huge loss.
This is going to be a long 2.5 minutes for the Radiant.
Oh yes.
Especially with the advantage of gold, and experience, still in the favor of the Dire. And no wards up for the Radiant.
That was Gyro's Black
Radiant's
King Bar. He won't have
towers
BKB until that courier respawns.
Should have sent straight back to base, but they had to be greedy.
Shadow Fiend gets caught out, but the Impale goes the wrong way, and he BKBs anyway. Looks like Nyx Assassin might be going down here. Yep, he gets caught out. Goes for the kill, winds up feeding instead.
Looks like the gold and experience advantage might not stick for much longer.
In that Radiant's bottom tower.
The Dire keeps letting itself get picked off, which is what their team is supposed to do in reverse, to be honest.
Yeah, they are not finding the engagements that they need to find.
Well, they only really have one ward on the ancient camp. That's not a strong offensive ward set.
Weaver, you might not want to be there for long. Okay, backing off now.
Don't worry, he'll go back in when it's not smart anyway. I believe in him. He has enough mana for Shikuchi.
He's got a Perseverance and a Black King Bar. That's unusual. You don't usually see Weavers getting both Winkins and BKB. Usually it's one or the other.
Maybe he's just getting Perseverance.
I bet he's building a Battle Fury.
Given some of the players in this game... Uh-oh.
Abaddon is dead. Abaddon is so dead.
Deny yourself, Abaddon. Oh, wait, you can't. You're borrowed time. Deny yourself when you can. No deny
It
this.
was on cooldown. He used it while he was on borrowed time.
It is nice that borrowed time lets you use Death Coil for a bonus rather than for a penalty.
Yep. But very fun hero. Looks like Timbersaw's working on Blade now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Unfortunately, it looks. Unfortunately, if they keep letting fights go around like this, it's not going to matter what Timbersaw is working on. Naga, attack the bug. Naga, the bug. It's eating you. Okay, that was good.
Too busy denying tower. Bug doesn't deal that much damage, though it does have some nasty armor shred.
The main thing is if Weaver attacks you while it's on you, it's going to go bad. It looks like we're going to see some action mid.
Hey, that armor reduction stacks. I didn't know that. That is nasty. My Stealer getting kind of low. Good cooldown, though. Deals some nice damage both the Life Stealer and I don't accept Life Stealer's Rage, so never mind. Timbersaw coming in from behind. That fight went the Dyer's way pretty strongly. Decent wall, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save the Darkseer. Good vacuum, though. Life Stealer can awfully low. That's not the Siren, that's the Weaver.
I think she missed who she wanted to net, sadly.
Life Stealer wants to dive, wants to armor toggle, not going to be able to pull it up, though. Come on, don't walk through that.
Tower's getting beat down.
Walking through that wall, that was fine. Anyway, Abyssal finished on the Life Stealer. Fairly fast Abyssal, too.
Top tower.
Unfortunately, it looks like turnarounds just aren't in the Radiant's nature.
I think it might still be a bit too early to call it. Their lineup is very wombo combo oriented. All it would take is one team fight and suddenly they're in the lead.
Know the drill. Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Granted, it's kind of hard to get that team fight when you don't have any TPs left.
Tower's in trouble.
Unfortunately, this is the point in the game where the Dire can go farm Roshan and just sort of enjoy a nice, easy top tower push with the Aegis.
Yeah, it's Weaver. He's got 2 Mithril Hammers, that's
a Desolator.
Yeah, Deso, thank you.
Well, actually, he's going to need another one for the Deso, because he's got to finish his BKB, but...
Yep. Well, if it's just one, then he might be picking up, I don't know, something else that builds out of Mithril Hammer. It's probably Deso, though.
Well...
First I was thinking Monkey King Bar, but that's Jovelin, not...
He could build Maelstrom, if he wants, but... Deso is really more the common pickup.
Into the Roshan pit.
And Radiant's going to do Roshan first. How sneaky.
They'll be able to do him pretty quickly, too, thanks to the Shadow Fiend. They've got plenty of damage and a fair amount of minus armor.
Nick spots him out, though.
Nick spots it, but I don't think it'll be looking up for... Oh, never mind. Roshan's down to half health. They will definitely be able to stop this Roshan tip.
Tower's taking hits.
Will they be able to fight it?
Does popped.
Naga song. Everyone's going to get away, I guess. Or they're going to fight.
Oh,
they're going to fight!
This excellent wall. In fact, he doesn't do too much. And Siren gets burst down in a hurry. Shadow Fiend doing some serious damage with that ulti.
That's 4 in a row.
And now it's just the Shadow Fiend and the Darkseer running for their lives against the entire Dire team.
One last top
and it looks like Dire will be happy to let him get away. Maybe they'll take the Roche that's now down to half health.
There's no reason not to, and they got a top tower out of the deal, too. That fight went all the way good for them.
Yeah, Weaver wasn't even there.
The major
he does have that third Mithril Hammer now. He's not too far out from his Deso.
The major problem for the Radiant is that the Dire doesn't need a good fight to win. They just need a fight where they don't lose.
Roche won't be stomping around.
Naga Siren gives up on life.
Yeah, that might be a rage quit. I doubt it is, but it might be.
It would be a good time to rage quit if you were going to, but, you know.
So yeah, blame her. She's got nothing but Arcane's Wand and Urn. Who was it that grabbed the Aegis? Life Stealer.
Who better to give it to aside from maybe Timbersaw? Or Abaddon?
Yeah, he's got his Assault Cures on the way too.
Abadabadoo, huh?
Yeah, because Abaddon's not unkillable enough yet.
You get to kill him 4 times now instead of 3.
And the reconnect from Nagasaki. I guess it wasn't a rage quit after all.
Alright, carry on.
Or maybe her friends just begged her back and hoped that they would somehow come back.
You have any clue what the spice he's talking about is?
No spice? Nope.
It's Assassin picking up the gem. It's already got his point too. He'll be able to do some nice D-warding.
Unless that's some sort of Star Wars-based bad manner, I really don't understand. No spice, only crocodile. No,
yeah, I have no clue what he's talking about, but do you have any idea why there are 2 Radiant Sentry Wards right outside the Roche pit?
I would guess that 2 people tried to place them, because they're 2 separate makes of ward. So they placed them as reflexes to stop Nyx coming in after they saw him the first time, I guess?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
But then Nyx just sort of impaled them, and then there was the Timber Saw.
Weaver has his Deso finished, just waiting on the courier to deliver that stuff.
And
Nyx is fairly low, but he just time-lapses it and Shukichi's on now.
And Nyx is carrying some very precious cargo. He's going to find a very lulzy fight right here in the mid. Timbersaw cancels the pause. They don't care about Naga's problems anymore.
Bye-bye. That's one dead Gyro. And they'll just wander on out.
Didn't even need the Chakram. Good day. I think what they need to do now is just tighten the noose. Let Lifestealer farm the. Why is Nyx on this? Why is Nyx up here?
I guess he's going to ward it. It's not like he's stuck up there. He can just blink down.
It doesn't mean that I approve at all.
And now he has no mana to contribute to the next fight. Whoops.
He didn't have any. He barely had any mana to contribute before. He wouldn't have been able to impale. He does have a mana. He does have mana boots though.
Looks like they're going to be able to break the base pretty easily. Lifestealer might get bursted down though. He's got the Aegis.
Lifestealer dies.
Will his team back him up, or will they just hang him out to dry?
You're going to back him up. It looks like. Here's Macro Fire.
Excellent vacuum, but there's no wall. There's the wall. A little bit late though. Shadow Fiend popping the ulti, but far too late. Only one that hit was Evan, who was on borrowed time. Lifestealer just whacking away.
Lifestealer's gonna die.
He's losing it.
Somebody's cooking.
He deals some serious damage before they finally kill him. Takes out the Shadow Fiend, almost kills the Naga too.
But Weaver takes the top tower and possibly a Rax while they're gone. This is depressing.
Yeah.
They won a fight and they still lost the fight.
Yep, they'll pop BKB and then just run for it. Fortunately, Center goes through BKB. Oh, there's a time lapse. Oh, did he get the kill on the Naga before running?
Yes.
That backfired a bit. Might get this Gyro too.
Jakiro and Darkseer ignore him. Oh, no, he's just gonna leave. Smart play.
Yeah, he got the Rex. He got what he came for. And tier 3 bottom is getting pushed down too.
So I think there would be no dishonor in calling GG right now, but I think they still have a possibility to fight this off and win it. It's a very small possibility.
They can still win a team fight, but the Radiant are under an immense amount of pressure right now.
Unfortunately, Jakiro's probably going to have to stay at base for the rest of eternity to counter pushes.
Right now.
Well, that's not so bad because he'll instantly die if he doesn't stay at base anyway.
Yes, but he's very strong in team fights, so if they have a team fight anywhere. Oh, he's carrying the gem too, which is bad also. Oh no, he dropped it. Guess we're giving it to Naga? No.
Yeah, that was Nyx's gem. Dropped it when he died.
Oh, they can't be giving it to Naga. Naga, no. Naga.
Well, she's a bit tankier than the Jakiro. And she has the inventory slots to spare, like the Gyro and Shadow Fiend.
Oh, Naga. She's gonna die the second something goes wrong.
Yeah, and that'll be unfortunate because they do really need that gem.
Because there's so much invisibility on this team. Oh, I know what Nyx was probably doing up there. He was probably D-warding while he had the gem.
Heaven's Halberd finished on the Abaddon.
There's like there's one melee on there. There's one ranged hero on the Dire.
You know, I am glad that Heaven's Halberd is getting picked up more often.
Because when else would you see it if it wasn't being picked up more often? Nowhere. People don't appreciate Heaven's Halberd by itself, most cases.
Yeah, which is a shame, as it's really quite a good item. It gives you a ton of survivability and a nice active. And
if you're someone like Chaos Knight, it's the wombo combo with with Manta style.
I guess the problem is that there simply aren't that many. Oh, ShadeShine getting a kill on the Weaver. That's a bit surprising.
I don't know how he did that, but that's very good.
Time lapse off cooldown. What happened? What happened, Weaver? What happened?
Well, unfortunately, Shikuchi's almost never off cooldown, which is your excuse to not die. I saw it early on, though. This Weaver isn't very good about...
The surviving members of Radiant are smoked up. Lifestealer infested into the Nyx. And they might just find a lonely Naga. You know, those are illusions. Nyx blinks forward. Naga sings before the Impale goes off. Very quick reaction on her part. I've played Naga a few times myself. That song has a stupid long cast time.
To be fair, given how stupidly powerful it is,
man,
that's
look at all
just...
that blood that's spilled out of Nyx. It's disgusting.
One thing I've noticed about the Dire is their Weaver's not very good at keeping track of his cooldowns. Early on when he had full mana, he died with Shikuchi off of cooldown.
Oh,
before anyone had war.
Doesn't think before that Impale goes off. Nice cooldown, though. Won't be enough to save Naga's life, unfortunately.
Oh, enough to even win the fight, maybe.
Lifestealer going to town on the Darkseer. That's one kill secured. There's another
Darkseer does get a kill.
Gyro goes down. Darkseer buys back. And now it's just a ShadeShine and Darkseer. Who else has buyback?
Gyro.
Gyro, evidently. ShadeShine's got it too, though. Still, this could easily be the Radiant's last hurrah. If they don't get this fight perfectly, that's it. That's GG.
At the very least, they need to get the Dire out of here. Even if they don't... That's an embarrassing missile to get hit by.
I guess he thought that it was targeted at the Abaddon or something. Who knows?
Should it help? He was probably just trying to attack.
Yeah, I really don't envy the Radiant right now. They're just stuck in an impossible situation. If they're not defending mid from the Weaver, then...
they're not winning the fight bottom.
Yeah.
Basically, Dire can 4-man them, despite the fact that they only really have Weaver as a ranged hero.
Looks like Weaver's got something big on the way. Let's see what he's got. The rest of his Lincolns. BKB Lincolns, too good.
Now he can ignore twice as many problems.
Yep. Song from the Naga. Ice Path doing nothing thanks to that Naga song.
Here comes the Vice
Bomb. And Shakira will go down in a hurry. He'll be the first casualty of this fight. ShadeShine goes down. That's GG. ShadeShine immediately buys back. Naga goes down. Gyro goes down. What's the Weaver up to? Okay, the Weaver was here killing things. Next up, you're screwed. Bye, Darkseer.
Next, you're screwed.
Next
but you don't really count.
But the Lifestealer grabs the gem. ShadeShine forced back to Fountain, and he's the only one alive. I think that they... Nyx promptly buying back. I think that they could just win it right now.
They can sweep mid and be done with it. Weaver's actually going to ignore the fact he has no creeps to do so.
Oh, they have creeps close enough to ignore the back. It's not really at that much risk. The only one alive is the ShadeShine.
There goes the Radiant's mid-rags. Radiant's mid-rags.
And there's Megas.
Well, they have to get the top range rack, but yes, you're right. Now here's Megas.
Looks like that's GG.
Oh, assuming they're going to call it. They probably should have called it when their team died.
Yeah, the Radiant are being mega. The Dire still have all their tier 2s. That's it. This game is done. At this point, the Dire could just go sit in their own fountain for the rest of the game and still win.
Admittedly, it's nice to see. It's nice to see people who think they can still win, or at least are willing to fight it hard until the end. But yeah.
One last fight, but ShadeShine goes down in a hurry. Doesn't take anyone out with them. Oh, Lifestealer goes down. Looks like he dies killing the tower guard.
He just bought back though, because why should he?
No boots of travel though.
It doesn't matter
for the Radiant.
Game over.
She didn't.
Well played.
Yeah, that was a pretty enjoyable game to watch.
Though
Nice back and forth.
Gyrocopter could have done a lot better early on, and he might have been able to win the mid game for them.
Yeah, I think the Gyro just didn't do enough this game. Their lineup was pretty strongly hinging on him to be effective, and he's 4-12. That isn't exactly what I'd call effective.
That's actually ineffective. He took more from the team than Naga did. Naga was involved in 17 kills. However, she only died 7 times.
Oh well, that was fun to watch.
Yeah.
This is ElOhTeeBee.
And the ever confused ShadeShine.
Signing off.
Peace.